Alright, what's going on, folks? Today we're going to be talking about some three-gun rifle setup stuff. This rifle is not conceived as a three-gun rifle, but that's what it's turned into recently, just because it's got some of the features that work well for three-gun, and it's the rifle that I have out here with me. My other one's back in Texas. So anyways, probably three most important things for a three-gun rifle: muzzle device, trigger, and the optic. So muzzle device, Surefire SOCOM 5.56. Got this also on my primary three-gun rifle. You're going to see these Lantax, JPs. You're not going to see flash hiders just because they don't reduce recoil. You may see like a comp, like a battle comp or a BCM comp, but you want something with some big ports on it. You're going to want reduced recoil so that way you can get on target, make a follow-up shot. It's awesome. Love that break. Next thing, move on, trigger. You're going to see Geisley's, CMC's, Timney's. This is the Geisley SSAE. My primary one is a super dynamic three-gun. Really like that one. I prefer, honestly, a single stage trigger, or the hybrid, like how the super dynamic three-gun for Geisley is, as opposed to a two-stage. Just because sometimes you find yourself looking for that pull-up when really it's a close-in target and you just need to be rolling with it instead of trying to take up that slack in it. The Timney I had, that used to be my three-gun rifle, put in my dad's carbine build I did for him. That's also an awesome trigger. Super short reset, good clean break. Optic. So this is a TR24, and alright, as you can see, it's a big green triangle. In close, it's up like a, it's very nice. It's like a red dot. You crank up the magnification to 4 power. You're going to see a lot of 1-4s, 1-6s, reticles. You run gamut. You see some of these. You see some boosted drop compensators like in the Strike Eagle and the Trichicon AccuPower. You're going to see ones like the Burst MTAC, and I'm a huge fan of. You're going to see some super thin crosshairs like on the Razor 1-6 JM reticle. 1-4s, 1-6s, that's what dominates that game. Some guys will run red dot for factory. You kind of hurt yourself because sometimes they'll have a longer shot, and that's hard to make a 300-yard shot with a red dot. It is possible, but you're also under time constraints, because you'll have par times, or you're just trying to compete for a good time overall. One of the things I recommend in conjunction is having a set of offset sights. These Troys are actually really nice. My other three-gun rifle has XS XTIs. They're nice, but the thing is they're very low. These actually have the same height over bore as normal iron sights do, so you don't have to cramp yourself or alter your grip of the rifle. This, you just rotate a little bit. Some other features you're going to see in three-gun rifles, you're going to see free float tubes. You're not going to see quad rails. They're trying to save as much weight as possible. Most of your barrels are going to be 18-inch, either mid-length or rifle length. You're going to see some 14.5s like these. You'll see a decent amount of 16s. A lot of people are moving towards the shorter and lighter barrels because they're just more maneuverable. Some guys are lucky enough to have like a 14.5, a 16, 18-inch upper. Maybe they bring 3 different rifles, so that way they can just run multiple rifles depending on what stage they have. Something I really recommend is having a little bit of a foregrip or something you can use on a barricade. First three-gun match I did, because on my main one I got a little BCM grip, I was able to jam that into a barricade, and it made shooting some plates at a distance super easy. I was able to just get it on pop, 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 pop. I have a video of it actually. It made it much easier than if this were slick and gun moves around. Magpul bad lever, definitely recommend these if you got a double feed. These are a godsend to have, and it's easier to pop in mags, because sometimes you gotta have a mandatory reload. You don't always have to have a reload where the bolt locks open, but sometimes they stage made dictate that. But also it's just easier to pop a mag in, hit it with your finger, let it go. Don't worry, this thing's unsafe. I already cleared it. A lot of guys you're going to see running big stocks. You'll see some of us running whatchamacallit's collapsible stocks, but more of your top tier guys are running thick stocks just because it's that same relief they feel is more solid. Make sure you have a good mount. This is American Defense. You see a lot of American Defense. You'll see LaRue's out there. You see a decent amount of arrows just because they're super lightweight and they're super cheap. Just make sure you have a mount that can take a beating and make sure hold zero. These American Defense mounts are great. Receivers, it doesn't really matter, man. Some people like to have billet forged. I mean, I prefer forged. It's lighter weight, it's cheaper. Now some guys, have a big old bevel magwell, so that's a decent thing to have. But really, that's a lot of the things to cover for a 3-gun rifle setup. Really, just make sure you have a good brake, a good trigger, a good optic. You can get by starting off with that. Really, a barrel is super important, but we're going to assume you went with a decent rifle that has a good barrel, whether it be built yours or bought yours. But since a lot of 3-guns pretty up close, you may have a match where your longest shot's 100 yards, so it may affect you a little bit, but not as much really. As long as you got a good solid barrel, you should be good. But hey, this is the rifle that I've been competing with my last 2 matches, so I'm pretty happy with it. It's just some of the big things to look at when you're running a 3-gun rifle, and some ideas on how to set up your stuff or what to really focus on.